EA Sports coverage in the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. It didn't take long to see our first penalty of the game, did it?
We always talk about everyone wanting.
With Chesapeake Bay gleaming in the distance, we are inside M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Set.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. A play fake, and it's Darnold. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Play action. It's Darnold. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown. Well, on the opening drive, he was looking for a big chunk play. Unfortunately, that time, the secondary was ready for it. Charles picked it off. Not only that, they take it the other way for points.
Homework, preparation, research, it all comes back to that, BJ. Scouting your opponent, not just the players, but the coaches, too. And seeing what they call to begin a game, find out their tendencies. They recognize the early deep ball is part of their opposing game plan, and they won't come off guard when it showed up.
And he will step out of bounds. Oh, what a mistake there. And the 2-point try will be unsuccessful.
To kick off for Baltimore.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6.
And he works free. Still on his feet. Just away in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba. 70 yards. And the Seahawks strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. That's almost like one of your turkey bowl games, isn't it? Just go low, I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Jason Myers to kick off for Seattle.
So back even at 6 apiece as the kick's away. And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Get on! 180! 180! UAX! UAX! Get on!
Throwing is Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. That's going deep for Bateman. This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman, 53 yards. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, Grand Slam home run.
It tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
And I guess that makes up for the earlier missed 2-point try here to get him to 14.
Yeah, that aggressiveness, it reminds me a lot of when basketball first adopted the three-point shot. And people were starting to realize that 3 for 2 was really starting to work for them. In this case now, maybe the 2 for 1 is coming into play in the NFL.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30.
35-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 10.
It's on! It's on!
Now we've got whistles and movement up front. I think this is against Seattle. So after the penalty, heading in the wrong direction, 2nd and 15. To throw is Darnold. He's going to look deep down the field. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He's going to take another shot here. Oh, his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to have it here just past the 25.
Partner, I think this is where long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Jackson now. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
No, we change it.
Jackson. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete. Offensively, you might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Kyle Van Noy just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. And that's going to be incomplete.
That's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Darnold's going to stay out there. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Now back to throw. Gets this complete to Shaheed. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there. 33 yards. And the Seahawks take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as a wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Myers to kick off for Seattle.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this is not going to wind up anywhere near the landing zone, so this will be blown dead, and they'll move it up to the 40. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40.
What? Hey, report.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on 1st down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Jackson. He'll try and do this himself. And he can only managed to get this to the 45-yard line. Well short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
DC, ready? Alpha, sit hard. 180. Sit hard. 180. 180.
An audible here to get a new look.
Ready, shot. Hey,
they're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He'll try to do it himself. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Real set. 180.
And Darnold just beating the play clock. Going up top for Cup. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp, 40 yards. And the Seahawks have moved out in front. So what a start. It's not often you even get 3 possessions in a first quarter, but he now has 3 touchdown passes. The Seahawks offense staying put out on the field. They're going to go for 2.
The Seahawks will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Now the play clock hits 0 here, and we're going to get a delay. Penalty accepted, and that pushes him back 5. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get into the end zone. That gives his guys an 8-point lead. So the flag backed him up 5 yards to the 7. They still get the 2-point conversion, though.
Now, was that confidence in the play call they had and in their offense, or just absolute disdain for the defense?
It worked. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will wind up way short of the landing zone, so that's going to move the ball all the way up to the 40-yard line. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Jackson. This will go to Henry out wide. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
A gain of 19 yards.
Now Lamar changing the look.
First down. First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Now Jackson. That one into the hands of Hopkins downfield. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 40 yards. And the Ravens are back within a couple of the lead.
13.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
180. Sit hot. Hey, middle. Sit hot.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to historic Baltimore, Maryland, and M&T Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, we've got a pretty good one on tap here, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's the kick unit now for the Ravens as they'll send this one away. Him all the way to the 30.
I can't help but smile, not because I'm rooting for any team in particular, but to see the special teams set up their team in such a big way, you just know that helps the interaction between all phases of a football team.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Check, smash. Let's go now.
Downs goes in motion. First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down.
Set, go pink. Yellow, 43. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
12-yard gain.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Let's go. Black 40. Set, go.
Jacobs going to try the middle. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay.
Touchdown.
Josh Jacobs, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Packers are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
180! Hey,
now
hey.
Lamar changing the play.
What is hot? 180! What is hot?
To throw is Jackson. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage.
Let's go. Hey, come on.
Here's Jackson. And he whips that one incomplete there. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Well, looking deep here for Flowers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, and out comes Jordan Stout here to punt. Fielded at about the 28. Fights loose. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. Strike. Strike. Yellow. 22.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
Set.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And some space here. Pushing his way through. And they'll have it in the red zone before it crosses over out of bounds. 41 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Trenton Simpson, well, he just flew in there to drop him.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
6. Mega. Blue striker.
Love looking to throw it. And his throw is going to be incomplete. I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but maybe circle this play because if they get the stop and hold him to a field goal here, that's a pretty good job. They're already down on the scoreboard.
A stop now would be vital for them because it could save them from having to do it multiple times later in the game in order to either get back into it or maybe have a chance to win.
33. Yellow. Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Aiming for Jacobs. He's got him. Ribbing it in on the out route. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. How about this? They'll change it at the line.
Blaster. 6. Ready?
Love to throw for it on 4th. And it's going to be batted down. And we'll go the other way with the football. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, The goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Hey, Ozzie, sit up. Sit up.
Now it's Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is going to lose yardage here. All told, it's a loss of 8 on the play.
An 8-yard loss.
And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Now that had trouble written on it from the start.
Yeah, I'd say, partner, sometimes you just got to know when to surrender and mitigate the loss. Instead, he kept going backwards, and now it's 3rd and long. Good luck with this play call.
Here's Jackson to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. Oh, a dangerous pass there, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown.
Touchdown, Packers.
Well, CD, that's a huge play by this defense in a close ball game. I think he was trying to just extend the play there, getting outside the pocket, but he throws a costly pick 6.
Yeah, he's trying to find someone open. You're exactly right. He wasn't looking to run. He was looking to throw. The result? Not good for him. They were more than happy on the defensive side to gather that one in and take it to the house.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports.
Brendan McManus to kick off.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here. Derrick Henry all alone. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry, 65 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
They'll look to throw. It's caught at the 1. And he'll get in for the 2 points. And that'll cut the deficit down to just a field goal.
Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Now Love. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Able to find his man, Kraft. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
It's a gain of
11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Black clock. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Yellow.
They'll send the tight end in motion.
Hut.
Love, they go play action now. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
2nd and 10.
Down. Yellow. Ready.
Off the play fake, Love. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
That's good.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
That's another Packers first down. It's a gain of 20. First down, Packers.
On the double. Let's go. Blue,
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. And he's going to be out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. And that'll take us to the 2-minute warning.
Set. Clock. 10. Black 40. Hey.
In
green.
motion goes the tight end.
Ready.
Here's Jacobs from the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Go red. 52 blue. 6 mega. Blue strikers.
Love. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 28 yards. And the Packers are able to stretch out their lead. Their first passing touchdown of the ball game, and they go to the big tight end in those sure hands, and he provides the score.
Certainly looked like they were focused on taking away other weapons, and he certainly made them regret that because he found the soft spot, ended up taking it to the end zone. Nice throw, too, to complete the play.
Back, drill green. Red, 38, smash, red. Needle blue. Hut.
Love throwing for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And here comes the return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a poor one, especially given the new rules. They're going to be backed up deep to start this drive. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. It really doesn't get much easier than the last drive. One play, and they took it all the way to the house on the touchdown run.
And you know how many times we talk about that's exactly how they drew it up, because essentially every play that's drawn up in an offensive playbook, if everyone does their job perfectly, should go for a touchdown, right? That's one that actually did. Give a little credit to those big fellows up front, too. They sprang their man for not only a big gain, but 6 points.
Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. He's still on his feet. Inside the 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 89 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead will shrink to 6.
21. Ravens 15.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.